This is Opie Radio, Sirius 206, XM 103. The show is back.
Joe DeRosa, come on up.
Oh, boy. The best.
Joe DeRosa's here.
Good old Joe DeRosa.
Hi, Joe. Best body in comedy. Oh, man, oh, man. It's
Wearing
like a melted candle.
And you got your I was going to say you got your AC/DC shirt on.
I got my AC/DC shirt on.
Are you looking forward to...
No.
No, okay. No one is, right?
No, I appreciate that Angus wants to finish the shows out, but nobody... It's like this is officially the Gary Cherone Van Halen phase of AC/DC. You know what I mean? It's not the band anymore.
Well, I mean, seeing AC/DC with Axl would be great. It'll be after that who they pick. That'll be the Gary Cherone.
I don't think they're going to keep going. I think it's going to end.
Think this is
I
it?
think Axl's just stepping into... But you think it's going to be great to see Axl with them? I want to see Axl with Guns. I don't want to see anybody with AC/DC except Brian.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you think he's going to fucking...
They're going to continue.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I put money on it.
This is great conversation.
Yeah.
How is Axl Rose?
We should have done this at the bar before.
We used to bet back on the show. I'm trying to do things we used to do. I'd put 20 on it though.
All right.
I think we should call that couch Divorced Dads Back on Tinder. Look at these two. Jeez, those thighs.
My best.
Ah, those knees.
Because you don't see the shorts in the profile pic.
Right.
Ah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
There are more pockets. Why wouldn't you want more pockets?
I'm a fan of the cargo. I'm against that whole cargo abolishment.
You're against a lot of things there.
No, I love cargo. People are trying to squash the cargo. I like them.
Were cargo pants invented this is a real question, in the 90s? Like, I don't remember them ever before.
they
but
wore
like
them on the
for fashion, and fashion meaning the Gap.
Abercrombie.
Well, let's go to Joe DeRosa, our official fashion correspondent.
Right.
Obviously.
Sorry I didn't get more dressed up for the Driscoll at 2 p.m.
To do radio.
There's a fucking TV taping. What was the question? Sorry, every time I hear Mark's voice, I just tune out. It's like an organic thing.
A wardrobe for radio, Joe.
I just like how
Colin's writing a book about cargo shorts, so we have to...
Oh, yeah, that was the question.
everyone else's legs are dangling over their sides, and I'm like full on my chair. Like my legs are...
They gave you the biggest chair of all the chairs.
You look like Lily Tomlin laughing.
Fuck, that's a good reference.
There's more beers here. Jesus. I didn't think we guys were going to get
Look at these shorts Jesse's wearing.
I'm saying they're both terrible.
These are, come on, these are green. These these probably have OC embroidered on them somewhere. If anybody remember, or OP. What the fuck was that brand?
How long have you known?
They're shorts from the show The OC. They were left over.
Yeah.
They're like swag.
Jesse is the most alcoholic-looking sober man I've ever known in my fucking life. He looks like he rolled out of a bender every time I see him. Hasn't had a drop of alcohol in 7 years.
Yeah.
11 years, and I still dress like I sleep in a dog track.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Still fully bloodshot all the time.
Right.
Bright red face.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day you got sober, you're like, this is the fashion I'll stay with.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
11 years.
What was the thing that made you get sober?
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Jesus.
Speaking of AIDS.
Tell that fucking Ohio story you told me.
Oh, that story's amazing.
What's the Ohio story?
Where you had a gig.
Oh, the drunk driving across.
Yeah. Don't blow the end, but yeah.
So I had a gig. I was in Kentucky is where I was, and I had a gig in Iowa the next day, and so I was like, all right, don't get drunk. And then last thing I remember was 2 a.m, and I was drunk. And I knew I had to be up at 8 a.m. to make this drive. And then I woke up in the hotel at 5 p.m. And I was like, I am so fucked. There's no way. Like, physics won't allow me to make this gig. So I start rushing around trying to grab my shit. And I noticed my bag's packed. So I'm like, oh, shit, I must have drunkenly packed my bag. And then as I'm wandering around the room, I noticed this is not the same hotel room. And it turns out I was in Iowa. I blackout drunk drove across 4 states. Which means I left after 2 a.m., which means, like, I hit a rush hour somewhere. Like, I had to get gas.
Hey,
I checked into a hotel. Like, I did all of those things. I have zero memory. I look in the parking lot, my car's kind of just askew. You know what I mean? Like, but I did it.
Yeah.
I made the whole. I went out to check to see there wasn't like a mangled bicycle underneath my, and there wasn't. So it seems like it all worked out. So
yeah.
And a lot of people would like ask me then, like, oh, so is that why you quit drinking? And it was like, no, that proved to me that I was amazing at it. Like, I am the best drunk driver of all time. Yeah.
That's,
Anyway,
how was the show, by the way, that day?
I have no recollection of the show either. I have no idea. I think it went fine.
And you checked into a hotel and everything?
Yeah, I fucking did
4
all of that.
states away.
Yeah, like I think there's like a food. There was a McDonald's bag. Like I don't remember. I ordered drive-through at some point. Like I had a full day. Behind the wheel of an automobile.
You had like Disneyland mouse ears.
Yeah,
Piece of paper on the table with the cure for cancer scribbled on it. Like, look
divorce papers signed.
The funniest get sober story I ever heard, my friend Brian, who has 2 kids and is married, he called me one day. He goes, I'm on my way to my first meeting. And I go, why? And he goes, well, I hosted a PTA dinner on Tuesday night in our home. I have zero recollection of the entire dinner. And he goes, the next morning I received an email from the head of the PTA saying I am no longer allowed to host PTA dinners because of all the black and Jew jokes I made.
I love that it was so specific too.
Yeah.
Like, not just you're a drunk asshole. But and black and Jew jokes plural.
Yeah,
so
all
that
of them.
means that he started off and everyone kind of did that uncomfortable, like, okay, that's one. He's like, oh no, I've got more.
Yeah. The same guy told me a story that he had a threesome with a post-op transsexual who had the dick turned into the vagina.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was earlier in those days. They didn't do a great job with it. And, but he goes, I went down on her and I said, why? And he goes, hey, if you're going to get wet, you got to go swimming, man. You know what I mean? And that's not the story that sobered him up. It was the PTA.
I feel that I'm the cause of a lot of women getting sober when they look over and go, I fucked a midget last night. Like, I think that's when they go, like, I gotta get my life in order.
That's their bottom, huh?
Yeah.
But at least they won't be sore. They'll be like, I feel fine, you know.
I think I had sex last night.
Yeah, I can't really.
It's just a shame, that's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it depends.
Brad's got game,
It could be sore if you look over and it's Brad and he's got one of those helmets with the flashlight on it.
The minor hat.
Brad, you have game. I've seen you talk, whether...
Yes, my people can speak.
I've
seen you use words.
Well, I was hanging out with a girl last night, and you were just kind of small talking her, but I was like, this dude, he's got a good...
He was really small talking her.
How did none of us see that?
I know how you didn't see it.
Sorry.
But yeah. We had a nice moment on the sidewalk there last night, DeRosa.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was a very bro love moment.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, wait, you can't.
Are we not
tease that.
divulging?
No, Mark and I, we met 2 ladies at a party.
What? Okay.
And the 2 ladies knew each other, and the friend of the one I was talking to was like, I'm going to go. And she's like, well, take off. I'm going to hang out with Joe. And then I went outside and Mark was standing with the friend and they walked off and it was a really kind of like nice walk off into the sunset moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all I can say. This story stinks because I can't,
Why not? She's not here.
Oh yeah.
Get to the part where there's
That must mean it's a good idea.
Yeah. This is radio,
Mark,
baby.
if anybody knows talking about somebody when they're not there publicly on a radio show is a bad idea, it's me. I think I know that better than anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
What are we missing in this story, though?
Nothing. I'm
just Joe couldn't get it up. That's all.
I couldn't get
I
it.
thought it was something new.
There was a guy, a homeless guy walking down the street last night as soon as I arrived in Austin, and a guy came by that was dressed kind of flamboyantly, and he was walking by the homeless guy, and the homeless guy was like, "You fucking faggot! You gay lord! You gay!" And then he kept passing it, and then behind him were 2 black guys, and he was like, "And you too." I mean, I don't even know where to start. He had gotten all his aggression out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're gonna need to sit down, the three of us, and talk. Yeah, that's so funny, man. Jesus Christ. What, did you have a nice night, Mark?
Had a great night. Great
Good.
night. She's a real tomcat. Yeah. 25, man. They still got some juice in them, you know?
I mean, you couldn't talk more like a pedophile uncle if you fucking tried. Jesus Christ, dude.
I feel
If
like
you had Jesse's face, you couldn't say shit like that. Like you have just enough scruff. Me and Jesse, we look creepy. I couldn't say shit like that. I could be like,
What are you
she had
dragging me into this for?
because I don't want to be alone.
By the way, I just had a thought, and tell me if you've thought of this.
Yeah.
We should wean pedophiles off kids with midgets.
Right.
Yeah. That just hit me.
Yeah.
That'd
Tell me if you thought of this. Is that what you said?
Well, he's probably thought of everything, you know,
Yeah,
dwarf
no,
related.
it's actually a bit on my second album.
Oh, shit. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
know.
it's fine. No,
All right,
no,
I didn't know.
It's a truly, I honestly think, because it's like you get, because I've actually had to stop having sex with dwarf women that are shaved because I feel awful when I do it. Like, it just seems really weird to me.
That's not a bad idea.
Wow, really?
Like, yeah, it just feels wrong because I got like the feet up here and I'm holding it and then I look down. There's nothing that identifies her as an older woman. Like it's just, it just feels awkward and bad. So I think it could work to like I like the word wean pedophile.
Yeah.
Not bad enough to continue, though, obviously.
Yeah. For some reason,
Well, obviously I finished, but then I feel really bad afterwards.
and I picture you guys doing this in a race car bed. I don't know why. That's what's going on in my head.
No, it's like the drawers from the Seinfeld episode.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, the trundle.
yeah.
They did propose a thing where they would give pedophiles like a real doll, but of a kid.
That's not bad.
I think it's a great idea, but it
Yeah.
got shut down. They were like, no, we're
That's
not doing
why I'm
it.
all for child porn. Because if they watch the porn and they get it out, they get out of the system. You see what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
They get out of their system and they don't have to do it.
I feel like the guy that looks like Jared from Subway has to agree with that. That was too easy.
Wait a minute.
Brad, I have eaten hoagies bigger than you.
That joke is on his second album.
I mean, the Jared reference, I just moved into Echo Park, and it's an all Mexican neighborhood, and I was walking by my neighbor's place, and these dudes were hanging out in the front drinking 40s and shit, and they were like, hey, Jared!
They were just happy. They were so thrilled. He's here.
God damn it.
You should walk in with Brad. They'd be like, shit. It's true.
He's doing well.
That Jared thing is so funny to me that he was doing shit that like a sultan would do. You know what I mean? Like he was pulling emperor moves. Like I'm gonna fuck kids. It's like, Jared, you sell hoagies, dude. It's like you're not untouchable. You know what I mean?
See the last,
That's
they
really
just released,
ballsy.
They just released his tweets that he was sending because he's appealing his conviction, right? So now all the evidence becomes public record, right? And one of the tweets he sent was, if you can get me a 14 or 15-year-old, I will pay you big. Right? What? That's the quote. I will pay you big. And then he says, if you can prove to me that he or she is 15, I'll give you $400. $400?
Wow.
Like just from an economic standpoint, like if you want to fuck a child, that should be at least 5 digits, I think, right?
It's really like, I'll give you 20 sandwiches.
I'm glad you're taking a stand on this issue.
Well, it just, to me, just like, let's take the morality out of it, just $400 is fucking crazy to me.
the part that
That's his appeal. Let's take the morality out of it.
That's the part he's mad at,
illegal.
though.
Like,
He's mad at that part.
He's mad at the economics of it.
Like, can you just
doesn't
imagine,
work
like,
out.
if I asked you just on pay, like, how much do you think it costs to fuck a 15-year-old? Like, it should be more than an Xbox, don't you think? Like, that's all I'm saying, right?
No, I think an Xbox is a fair. You gave a 15-year-old an
It's
Xbox.
really illegal.
I would have
That's the
fucked
thing.
you for an
You'll
Xbox.
get beaten to death in prison if you get caught doing it. You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
what I don't get. There's a whole country where you can just fuck kids if you want. Thailand. You can just fuck kids there if you want. Why don't these guys just go fly to Thailand and have a goddamn field day and they won't get in trouble? I don't understand why they're going to like Little League games in Connecticut. Like, I smell somebody's panties around here. It's like, dude, what do you think is going to happen?
And it's not like he hates travel. He walked 10 miles to a Subway every day for a sandwich. You know, I mean, he's used to it.
Good point.
He's going to get travel to get what he needs.
He's getting fat in jail again.
Did you see that he gained 30 pounds?
Well, yeah, because he can't do his hoagie diet anymore. In
My
jail.
dad called me when that story was out, and my dad said, it's crazy, that story, because normally he lost weight eating footlongs. And my dad, I was like, I have to take a shower, Dad. This is awful. Why would you do?
That's a weird father-son bond.
Definitely, definitely weird.
My dad and I have never talked sucking prison shower dick. It's never come up.
Now, is that something that happens to you a lot, Colin? Like, as the Weekend Update guy, like, are people constantly pitching you jokes?
Oh yeah. My grandfather calls me all the time and pitches me jokes.
He's like, these gooks.
He called me yesterday. He called me yesterday and was just like, did you see Michael Strahan left Kelly and Michael? So I was like, well, so what? He's like, well, you might want to do that now.
Just throwing out a premise.
What? A, they don't want me, and B, what am I doing?
Not do a joke about it. They want you to fucking fill in for Michael?
That's what my grandfather pitched. They don't want it.
Right. Okay.
I thought I was with you. I thought he wanted you to do a joke on that.
That's even crazier.
No, he called, when I got the job on Weekend Update, my grandmother called me and said, this is so great because one day it could lead to you getting a regular news job.
Wow. That's nice.
Right. We all know Norm Macdonald went on to host Night.
He took over for Brokaw.
How great would that be? Oh my God.
Yeah. Back to the pedophile thing.
Let's not get away
from that.
I got so many thoughts, and you're not really allowed to bring it up at dinner parties. But how come? Don't you think the penalty should be less if the person is 15? It should go up as the age goes down.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, 15. All right.
And I also think,
like 15 and 5.
and I think you got to take into account how old the guy is. Because if it's like a guy from the 70s, he was alive at a time when it was like okay to do that.
He's grandfathered in.
The rock bands did that. Right.
Yeah. That's what the term means.
I can't be learning new tricks, you know?
Right.
No, I was talking to Moshe Kasher, who's a very funny comic. We were talking about this, and we were saying it's weird because we're not saying it's okay that if you are from a different time period for you to do it, but there are people out there that are like, when I was 25, it was okay to fuck a 16-year-old. I was like at the tail end of that. It wasn't that crazy. But it wasn't that crazy when I was growing up for like a 16 or 15-year-old girl to be dating like a 20-year-old dude.
I mean, every rock star, right? I mean, it was Jerry Lee Lewis and Elvis and was all these people that just didn't care, right?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about Jerry Lee Lewis is he married his 13-year-old cousin, and everybody was like, that's his cousin. That's disgusting.
I know.
Nobody cared that she was 13.
Yeah.
No.
Chaplin was into the young gals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he only cruised like 16. He didn't fly too close to the sun. So again, in the 40s,
He's really studied this shit.
Yeah.
Did you see the Jared trial?
Drive, Joe.
When Jared was on trial, I don't know if he's appealing now, but when he was on trial, his lawyers pled sandwich. Did you see that? They were like, part of their real case was he was only eating sandwiches, and it drove him nuts, and that's what made him go to teens.
That's
which is
not
even
going to be a Subway and Captain.
Yeah, even better.
You eat a lot of our sandwiches pretty soon.
You'll go crazy for teens.
Right.
Footlong sandwiches are not a gateway drug to pedophilia. Like, it's not.
I don't know. That turkey kind of looked like labia. Like weird, shiny.
I thought the ham was closer.
The ham. It's all the same meat.
Yeah.
At Subway, it is. It's all soy bullshit.
Do we have a microphone for the crowd? I want to. Are you happy? You are? She doesn't want us to go to her. All right, we got a mic out in the crowd here.
Yeah.
We're live at the Moontown Comedy Festival. I got Mark Norman and Colin Jost, Jesse Joyce, Joe DeRosa, and Brad Williams.
I love all you guys. Just to comment on is this working?
I don't know. Is that working?
I don't think so.
All right.
It's a little low.
Just to comment on what you guys were saying earlier. If you're a U.S. citizen and you go to a foreign country, you are not allowed to have sex with women under the age of 18. They will prosecute you here in the United States.
This is so well researched.
It is.
That's terrifyingly well.
Oh my God.
Are you a lawyer?
Article 15.8
Because if you don't say yes, then you know this information for a worse reason.
This sounds like the Amsterdam speech in Pulp Fiction. You can fuck a kid. The thing is, they can't bust you when you're fucking a kid.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
No. How do you know this exactly?
It's just from different.
Casual conversation.
Plus, I don't know. I was in Thailand once. I don't know. No, if you go to another country and you have sex with an underage.
No, we know what you said before, but how do you know this?
I just know it from casually calling the embassy with a vocal scrambler. Nothing big.
just from reading. That's it. That's all I know. I read.
What was it, Great Gatsby? Or
I'm a reader.
The Great Gatsby.
I hope that's his excuse as they're leading him away in handcuffs. I'm a reader! Has anyone on this stage ever been handcuffed? Like,
yeah.
Legit?
Indeed.
Okay.
Come on.
I got it. Yeah.
Been handcuffed, you said?
Last night. Yeah, we've all been handcuffed.
Okay.
Huh?
I've been zip tied by Disneyland cops.
Whoa! They thought you were trying to escape.
Oh, I can't follow that with anything better. Oh, fuck. No, I started making fun of a guy that was harassing me because he really wanted me to be Wee Man from Jackass.
Oh.
So and when I told him no, he was like, "Fuck you, you're Wee Man," and which is like, you hear that, like, did he expect that to be like, "Oh wow, you're right."
You got me. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I was harassing him back, and then I got let out in zip ties, and the whole time I'm just thinking to myself, like, zip ties for a midget? Like, what do you think I'm gonna do?
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna overthrow the entire Disney
they could
empire.
Just gotten a candy cane and pulled you out of there.
Yeah, like, they could just look around and be like, does anyone have a butterfly net?
They could have just velcroed your little shoes together.
They could have put you on a line hook and just.
Anyone else in the crowd? I wanted to go to her because she looked miserable, but you're good. You don't want us to go to you? Okay, fair enough. Hey, bro, what's your name, man?
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
Not a lot, man. Long time, first time. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Good to see you. Hey, I had a question about the Nina Agdolf thing. So my favorite video, Norman, you were there, being all Norman snarky. And anyway, hey, this is how I talk all the time. I'm coming. Anyway,
Wow. Turns out easily.
Pretty good. That was great. That's awesome. That was pretty good for a Roland impersonator.
Hey, but I had a question. Like, at some point in the video, Nina's looking over at you, Ope. Like, you could stop it. Did y'all have a conversation beforehand about you're not going to, like, say anything too mean?
Oh,
or
no,
something?
not at all. But afterwards, all hell broke loose.
Really?
Yeah, they were really pissed off at Mark Norman.
Hey, did she say anything to you afterwards, Norman?
No, she was loving that whole conversation.
Yeah. What story is this? I'm not.
Well, she's a supermodel.
Oh,
I got into it with a supermodel on the show.
And we were talking
about what? Eating?
Well, they had a bigger model.
Yeah. There was remember the Sports Illustrated with the heavy set? Yeah, exactly. And I was saying, oh, she's pretty big. And she was like, but she's beautiful. And I was like, well, why don't you get that big? And she was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, being full of shit, and we just went at it.
She didn't think she was as beautiful at that point.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
And she wouldn't have a job if you didn't. Oh man, this is really deep. But
yeah, and
trying to be nice to the ladies in the room tonight.
And then she called me out. I kept cracking jokes, and she goes, "I don't get your jokes." And I said, most models don't. And she didn't get that either.
That's almost a compliment if she says, like, "I don't get your stuff." I'm like, "Yes,
right."
Yeah,
exactly.
He's back.
Hey, Opie, real quick, man.
Yeah.
When you had that big.
Oh, I thought he was going to confess.
Gotta get this off my chest.
Made me see the error of my ways.
One time I was
at a moment. He's like, "All right, I got to confess."
One time I was in India. No, but when you and
India.
Yeah. One time. When I was in India.
You don't have to marry them.
When you and Jimmy had that argument, man, did you guys put that whole argument to rest?
Oh
man?
my God! By the end of the show.
Yeah.
Everyone else dealt with that for weeks, but yeah.
Dude, I mean, but
we walked home together that day. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys talked it out.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, we're buds.
What about the Property Brothers? They were pissed, right?
Well,
They were waiting. Well, they came back because they're whores. They want to sell their book, right?
we've had a lot of guys. Speaking of whores, in Thailand.
In Thailand. That's what I meant. No, in India. In India.
India. Sorry. They understood they showed up. They were there at a bad day, but they came back. They were all right.
You know what? I had a little more respect for them after I heard them on your show, but.
Oh, really?
I love it.
That was a who gives a fuck interview, to be honest with you.
Oh, well. I hope
you
they're
have
not
to do
listening.
those from time to time.
I hope they're not listening.
Can I ask you a question about that argument thing?
Yeah, sure.
Because you've been doing radio for a while. When you guys were going at it, even though you're in the heat of the moment, did you kind of know this is great fucking radio?
Of course.
All right. I always wondered that.
I thought it was amazing radio.
Amazing.
And so did Jimmy.
Oh,
We've had a few of those over the years, but it takes like a quick phone call and we're good again.
Yeah.
You know, we see each other every fucking day.
Of course.
Nah, I like doing radio with Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna be here tomorrow, so.
Yeah, great.
Oh, great.
So I was so excited.
Oh, who are you?
By the way,
We have someone from the pedophiles union.
Yeah. Beat him to it.
you got it before me.
I got a laminate.
Oh, I'm told. That makes it okay.
Sorry. What was Brad
He
going
was
to
like, oh,
say?
you use a laminate? Fuck.
What was Brad going to say?
You surprised us, but you look like a guy who surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I saw you in Minneapolis last fall. So
Oh, nice.
That's
Over
right.
at
Anyway,
Emphasis on Minnie.
that's not what I got up to see, though.
Nothing.
He was
Nothing.
he was very disappointed when he found out I had a beard.
He said, I saw you in Minneapolis. I said, emphasis on Minnie. And not a fucking
clever.
chuckle.
I didn't even hear it.
Not a chuckle in the
Sorry,
fucking
Joe.
house.
That's not bad.
Or
not
as
bad.
Brad calls it,
When I-
Minneapolis. Well, maybe I'll revise my statement because I was so excited to see so many comics, but then I remember the Just for Laughs in Montreal broadcast, and not to take away from anything, but that seemed kind of like cluster F, and so I just admired the.
Did you just say cluster F?
Is this
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Is this a
What are you doing?
like?
He's a nice fan.
This guy holds a grudge. That was 2 years ago, bro.
Is this a question or a Yelp review?
No, I was just impressed that you're able to, with a big group, have conversation.
Well, the problem was we couldn't say no, so we had like 12 comics at once. And it was a clusterfuck, but it was also 2 years ago. Get over it. We should take our first break, huh? Colin, we losing you? You got to go somewhere?
3, I do. But
At 3? What time is
You
it?
got 15 more minutes.
Oh, great.
We're going to do some shots of tequila. We're going to drink some beers. Go to break. More from the Driscoll Hotel and the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin. Anyone need a plug? It's weird to plug things down here because people are just wandering in and out of all the clubs.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
All right.
Come down, check the website.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
Check the website and see what comic you like and go to
Yeah,
the show.
check
Exactly.
the website. I'm going to be on the goddamn Comedy Jam tonight. That's going
there
to be
you go.
fun.
Yeah,
Or do you know what you're
you and me
singing
both,
at?
Joe.
I do, but I don't like to.
I don't want to give it away.
I don't like to say it till
Sure,
I'm on
sure,
that
sure.
stage, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling that energy, baby.
You want to be
know what I
present.
mean?
Yeah.
But it's a Texas band. I'll say that.
I'm thinking
much.
you're saying legs. Knows how to use them. God damn, that cross. Killing me. Jesus Christ.
All right, you guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Let's hear it for Joe DeRosa, Jesse Joyce, Brad Williams, Mark Norman, and Colin Jost. First time on the show in a while
Long while.
for Joe DeRosa.
Good to be back.
Everything's good, right, Joe?
Yeah, man. Everything's
All right.
good. I miss you, man.
I miss you, buddy.
I miss you. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Somebody came up during the break and was like, "Is everything okay, man? Like, is there bad blood?" I'm like, "No, everything's cool. You and I never had any weirdness or anything. I just been living on another coast."
Doing
And Ant and I are totally cool too. So it's,
you're kind of a creep on Better Call Saul too. I just want to.
That is so.
Thank you.
Well, because I know you personally, it's a bit creepy. It's a creepy
By the
role
way,
for you.
I don't.
Give a hand for Joe
less-
DeRosa for being on
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
Better Call Saul. It's awesome. It's great to see you on that, man.
Yeah.
Great actor. Hell of an actor.
I think it's probably my favorite show on TV right now.
Really?
Yeah. I enjoy it more than Breaking Bad.
Wow.
I feel like I like the character. I don't know.
That's
There's
crazy,
something about it.
It's certainly a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's in that
I mean, I
universe,
love that too. I'm
but
just
it's a
saying
different vibe. But but I feel like that's how that people are one or the other because of the tonal difference.
I feel like I understand the characters in Better Call Saul better. They seem more like closer to humans in a way to me.
Breaking Bad confused me frequently. It was a lot of people, and then people had aliases, and it was great, but I'm too dumb is the problem.
If we're talking TV, though, we should give a round of applause to that guy for Catch a Predator.
Well done, sir. Loved your multiple appearances.
That's a callback to the guy that's holding a 2-year grudge.
That's not the only thing of 2 years he's ever held.
Hey! Good night!
There he is!
Good night!
There you go.
He's back! All right.
So they say the hotel's haunted, this Driscoll.
Really?
But no one will tell us why.
Nobody will tell you the story?
Yeah, I want to know one story why the rumor is this place is haunted. Does anyone know? Anyone know the folklore?
It would be great now if one of the
hotel?
statues just started talking.
Well, you know.
Well, actually.
Wait, someone knows.
She looks like a haunted lady.
She looks like a tour guide.
One of the former guests, Annie Lennox, saw
Annie Lennox
had a
of
ghost
the
sighting.
Eurythmics.
And she saw a woman in white. She was supposed to get married many, many years ago, and she killed herself. And it's her ghost that appears. There's also a ghost that will appear when people take pictures of that painting when you're going up to the bar. There will be a figure that will often appear in photos.
Wait, so
I
you
thought,
know
I thought the story was going to be somebody played one of Annie Lennox's solo albums for her.
Also, a woman in all white in the 80s doesn't really narrow it down. That's pretty much every woman
that,
in the 80s.
and you're going by what a rock star said. They're usually so far off drugs that really and in that case everything's going to be haunted.
She's normally very grounded to reality, but
Also, those shorts are bad for spotting. White shorts.
Yes. So that's it? Annie Lennox saw a ghost.
There are
A lady. But why are the ghosts always dressed? I would assume a ghost would be naked, right?
yeah, show it off.
You know, that's a very good question. I've been on many ghost tours. I've been on ghost hunts. Chip Coffey, the famous psychic, we did a ghost hunt here. And
Somewhere Jim Norton is smiling. He's playing San Antonio tonight, by the way. Give him a plug for Jimmy. And then he'll be here tomorrow. But no, continue. What were you saying?
well, I was also
We
going
didn't hear anything after Chip. You obviously don't listen to the radio show.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
On demand.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of haunting at that Buffalo Billiards across on 6th Street.
I thought you were going to say Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was so excited. I've actually eaten there. I've eaten things there, and it's haunted me for like 2 days.
It's just a fart.
It's a food ghost.
What happens at the billiard place?
You can't leave us.
So, well, supposedly there are a bunch of spirits there. A person that I know that he's been on TV sharing his ghost stories has filmed full body.
She seems to know a lot about ghosts.
I do.
You like a lot of hunting and a lot of like.
I'm not really into it because comedy is at night and ghost hunting's at night, and I made a choice, so I go to comedy now.
Good choice.
I think that's a classic decision.
Yeah.
I remember, no matter what, the person you see is dead inside.
Yeah, Brad Williams. How many
Also, if you're Brad, you hear boo.
How many believe in ghosts in this room?
I got
People.
I believe in ghosts.
You don't believe in
more
ghosts.
I believe in
the
ghosts.
parallel dimension theory.
We got that from your tattoo.
You know, I believe that it's more of like a peek into you're seeing another plane of reality briefly.
Jeez, here we go.
It's like some Stephen Hawking shit.
You know who?
Well, there's actually there is some evidence scientifically that could support those theories much more than there is about ghosts. You know what I mean?
Joe looks like he is a professor of skateboarding, doesn't he? When he talks theoretical, you know what I mean?
Today on X Games 101.
He looks like he's going to say, "Did you find everything you needed, Hot Topic?"
Yeah, he's the secret shopper.
Yeah.
Of Hot Topic.
That was actually my first job. Was
Really?
Hot Topic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which is weird because I dress pretty much how I dress now. And they just looked at me and said, "Well, he doesn't have tattoos, he doesn't have gauges or weird colored hair, but Midget, that's weird enough.
Yeah.
Sure.
You feel more Spencer's Gifts to me, but
You belong next to the fart spray.
right.
Our own Roland is scared of the ghosts. What? What happened?
We're just trying to find them.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Supposedly one of the floors in this hotel is really haunted. Did you hear that, ghost lady?
Like 2 ghosts.
Well, I can't remember what floor Annie Lennox was staying on, but she was facing that direction.
Yeah.
And then.
What is she, Islam?
And when you go up right above us, there's an open area with a lot of old paintings and mirrors and furniture that.
So the answer is you don't know.
Well, I know what people say about this place, but I have had no evidence.
Okay, no, they said one of the floors is haunted, and Kenny thought it would be funny to put us on the haunted floor, and Roland changed his room. He was really freaked out.
Oh. He's been freaked out for weeks, as we shown on the show. He's been watching documentaries on this hotel. Discovery Channel did something on this floor that's haunted. So he is freaking out. We go to check in.
Fuck with him tonight.
Yeah, we go to check in, and Roland finds out he's on the haunted floor, and he might be in this famous room that had suicides 20 years apart. So he starts.
Hopefully he's next.
Has it been exactly 20 years?
So
We do. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
he starts panicking, and he switches the floor, and he's somewhere on a different side of the hotel now.
Mm-hmm. He's in that billiards place.
I thought the hotel seemed slanted. All right.
So he won't even come onto the floor that all the rest of us are on because he's terrified that this is haunted. He's going to get possessed or something like that.
Do you guys know his room number? Like, can we fuck with him tonight?
Ooh, yeah.
We have his key.
We're on it. Yeah.
We have his key.
Okay.
Where is he right now?
I don't know. I think he went to go pick up something, but we have his key.
Yeah.
So
Went to go pick up a handgun. It's going to be such a joke on you tonight.
All you need to...
They don't just give you one when you check in Texas?
No, on the drive over here, there was a shop that said Guns and Gold, like all in one shop. And I'm thinking, why would you sell gold in the same place you have a gun? Because you're like, I'll take one gun, please. Thank you. Now give me the gold.
Well, they don't sell you the gun loaded, Brad. They're not handing you a fully loaded gun. You know
I don't
what
know.
mean?
It's Texas.
I think once they see you slipping bullets into it, they're like, all right. That thing where the cage comes down.
Incidentally, with Annie Lennox Islam, you face east, you put a carpet down, and then you munch it. Come on, guys.
Hey!
Nice.
I thought of it right then, but then everybody moved on, and I felt like it was stuck in my brain. I had to say it.
Look at Roland.
Wow.
Bonus.
Delivery.
Roland, we were talking about you being scared of the
Thank you,
haunted
Mike.
hotel. Yeah, Eric, get him on mic.
Sure. Thanks.
Handing out cheers and
Of course, you gave me
iced
the Bud Light.
coffee. And
Thank you.
Yes.
are you really scared of the ghosts?
Yeah, it's on the Scary Channel. They said this is a haunted hotel.
Scary channel.
Scary channel.
The Scary Channel.
So what happened when you found out you were on the ghost floor?
BT, the Black Channel.
I thought Don got me back because he knows I'm scared of ghosts.
The what is it?
Don, because he knows I'm scared of ghosts. He stuck me in the...
It's kind of ironic that the guy that's the most scared of ghosts sounds the most like a ghost.
And looks the most like Slimer.
Or Stay Puffed.
How long have you been scared of ghosts, Roland?
Ever since I was a kid.
Why? What happened?
I don't know, my
Did one
brother...
touch you as a kid?
Probably. I don't know, my brother scared him to shit. I mean...
So this wasn't the ice cream man?
I don't
Show
know.
us on your fupa where he touched you. I'm sorry.
Did you sleep well last night?
I slept like a baby. I got drunk, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
I slept like a baby.
I thought you would be waking up all night all fucked up
No.
and worried about the ghost.
No, I woke up late.
Okay.
So, all good. Woo.
Now, have you seen anything weird in the hotel here? Like, is there...
Other than the midget that's right in front of you?
No, it's just like they have creepy pictures, but other than that, it's like...
Yeah, with the eyes that fucking...
They have like
it
little
looks like they're
picture
just
of little
following.
kids.
Have you checked out these paintings yet, Mark?
No.
The eyes will follow you.
Oh, well, I haven't been to Roland's room yet.
What are you showing us, E-Rock?
This is one of the paintings. There's just a girl standing in the woods holding flowers in a white dress.
Jesus.
And when you move, it does follow you.
Oh, that is creepy.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
The haunted floor?
That's like the Ring.
I don't know if there's a haunted floor. I think
We're on the haunted floor.
Oh wow.
How old? She's legal in Thailand.
Let's go to our official aficionado out there.
That's not
Survey
the woods. That's
says.
a curtain. It's a parted curtain. That's not the woods.
Whatever.
It's
Joe.
a green
It's a
curtain.
freaking creepy girl staring at you.
Yeah, but I mean that's a curtain. So
I like how Joe is tilting the phone to see if the eyes follow on the phone.
It's
He's
not
like,
scary.
I don't see it.
It's not scary because it's a stage. He's on a stage.
No,
It's
that's
not-
pretty scary.
All right. Well,
That's
I mean,
kinda
the woods
scary.
would have made it really scary. but-
Anyone else on the haunted hotel? Is there a
But it's
haunted
still
floor? That's all I want to know. No one knows. Okay.
Ghosts aren't real.
Huh? Oh boy.
Are you on the fifth?
Are you on the fifth floor?
How's your room, Ope?
It's wonderful now. I had a room. It was creeping me out. I asked to be moved.
Really?
And I never do that. I don't even believe in ghosts.
Then what were you creeped out about?
It was the color of the room was. Can I say it? I mean, it was shit brown. See, Don's gonna get mad because we have to, promote this place properly. We love the Driscoll Hotel.
It's a nice hotel.
Yeah, nice.
It is nice.
There is a weirdness. I was in a hotel in Buffalo once, and I kept waking up in the middle of the night, and it kept feeling like something was in my room, and I was like, "There's no reason for me to feel like this." And then the next day, I was telling somebody like, "Oh, I'm such a pussy." I kept and they were like, "Oh no, that hotel's haunted," and I was like,
Wow.
"Well, that's fucking weird."
So you kind of believe in it?
I want to believe it's real because I'm terrified of dying. So I want to believe that you get to exist still folding towels or whatever in a hotel
Hanging
after you die.
That's what the afterlife is? Hanging out in Joe DeRosa's room? Sounds fucking awful.
I now fear death more.
And if you were a ghost, why would you just hang out in the hotel for the rest of
Well, you're
eternity?
banished
Wouldn't
there.
you wander around and check shit out?
That's why I don't think it's ghosts. I think it's you're temporarily
Oh,
seeing another plane of existence, and this hotel is in that other plane, and there's people doing things, and you get a little glimpse, and then it ends.
Speaking of what goes on in Joe's hotel room, years and years ago, we were in Nebraska together, and we got back to the hotel at the same time, and then he literally just says this
Just
to me.
just not for comedy, just a little trip we took. Good.
So we get into the lobby, and Joe just says out loud, like it's not weird at all, like, "Oh man, I gotta jerk off, but I don't have any lotion." And I was like, "What?" Like, to just an adult man that he fucking just was out at a diner with.
Yeah.
And then so he's like, "You think they have lotion at the counter?" And I was like, I guess maybe. Like, why are you?
And that means you used all your old lotion.
Yeah, well, wait. So then he
bring
goes
any,
over
yeah.
and he gets he goes and he asks the girl, like, "Do you guys have lotion?" And she's like, "Well, there's like a hand pumped one, but it's like
He's like, that's the
gallon
move I use.
or whatever." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." He went over, he got a coffee cup.
Wow.
And had her like just pump lotion
Whoa.
into a coffee
What, like
cup, and then I had to
soft serve
ride
ice
an
cream?
elevator with him with his fucking coffee mug full of jerk off.
Tell you that. I'll tell you this. That was a good jerk that day, dude. That was a solid fucking jerk. I worked. You changed a detail though, and it makes me sound worse. The lady said
That makes you sound
the
weird.
lady pulled out a big one. She goes, "Well, we have this one like behind the counter," and I had to ask her to pump it into a cup. And there was a moment where she went, "Is that enough?" And I went, "Yeah." I think I was like, "Yeah, damn dry skin."
You were like, you've helped me in more than one way. Thank you. Now I have a great visual as well.
You need lotion every time? I go dry.
I can't. My dick chafes. I have very sensitive penis skin.
No, you got to toughen that up, buddy.
I don't think I can. It's. I don't know. I can. It's very hard for me to do it. Even with a girl, it's very hard for me to do it dry. I need the lotion. I got to get that speed. How do you get the speed going without the lotion?
All right.
I like how he's abbreviating lotion. The lotion, man. You gotta fuck using the lotion.
Generally speaking, the woman provides the natural lubricant in that scenario.
Right.
Generally speaking, if you're
Joe is not familiar with that.
Yeah, right, exactly. If you're not dressed like you're constantly going to go
Joe
mow the
needs
lawn.
her, he needs her to squirt first, and then he gets in.
I don't have premarital sex. I don't know what you're talking about. We just mutually masturbate and stare into each other's eyes. No, but what are you saying? Take her vagina juice and use it as lube on your penis?
What?
Well, no, it's a pre-lubricated.
You sound like a gay dude.
I'm saying if I'm jerking off.
How does that work with the vagina there? What is this lube?
I'm saying if I'm jerking off, sometimes a girl will say, I want you to jerk off, and then I need to have lube to do it.
No, she's lubed inside.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm saying
Nature thought of
sex
this.
is not happening in this
You're
scenario.
saying for the hand job portion.
Wait,
Yeah.
you mean all the times
hand
that you
job.
just jerked off in a room where there's a girl present?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't
All those
happen to me a lot.
times. And she doesn't know I'm doing it, so I can't say, give me some of your pussy juice.
It's too loud.
Well, how long do you want just the hand job portion to go?
No,
Don't you
there
wanna
have
just,
been,
like-
okay, this is the scenario where this will happen. I'll meet a girl.
Joe DeRosa, erotic fiction.
Yeah. Right. I'll meet a girl. We'll have some drinks. I'll say, let's go hang out tonight. She'll say, okay, but we're not having sex for, maybe she's got her period, or maybe she's just saying it's too quick, or whatever.
The sense of sight.
Yeah, maybe she can see. Yeah, exactly. But so she'll say and I go, okay, that's fine. And because I am okay with just a hand job. I don't have a problem with it.
I feel like
You say that like the consummate gentleman.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind. Just
Hey,
the hand job.
you know, I got class.
I feel like Joe gives off a vibe that if he sits down on a plane next to a woman, she just goes, just to clarify, like, we're not having sex.
Right.
You and I are never going to have sex with each other.
But the funniest part about that to me is that there have been women where you get back and then they'll go, like I've said, oh, that's okay that we can't have sex because I don't have any condoms and I don't know you, so that's fine. Don't worry about it. And then we'll get back and she'll be like, oh my God, get a condom, fuck me. And I'm like, no, I don't have any condoms. And then she'll be like, well, let's just have sex. And I'll go, no, you said we're not going, no, we're not having sex right now. And then I had a girl get mad at me once, like, why did you have me come over? I was like, you said no sex. I'm not being a piece of shit when I said okay. I mean, I'm not bringing you back to trick you into it. Do you know what I mean? Like some kind of fucking bridge troll or something like that.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Jesus. Don't bring my people into this.
Wow.
Listen,
It's like
Brad
saying the N-word.
doesn't roofie women. He puts magic beans in their drink.
Make it even taller.
I'm being told, Colin, you got to go. For real. So we want to make sure we thank Colin for stopping by.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. It was a blast. Anytime.
You're going to be in studio with us next week, I heard. Too.
Yes.
So that's
Can't wait.
awesome.
Everybody
Colin
watch
Jost from Saturday Night Live, everyone.
Joe, take it easy, Colin.
Thanks, brother.
I love that guy on Mad TV.
And and now coming to a stage, a guy I met last night, and fuck, man, he's funny. First time I saw you, Sean. Sean Connolly coming to the stage.
Donnelly.
Really funny comic.
Hey. All right.
Sean Connolly here.
Sean Connolly. We met last night. You're a Long Island guy, too.
I'm a Long Island guy.
It's nice.
Yeah, don't
like
I
that.
look like a Long Island guy?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I look like my own ship in Long Island, don't I?
You look like South Shore to really bring it home to the Long Islanders.
You look like Santa Claus in the prequel. Take time, let it set in. Okay.
Someone out there is laughing.
All right.
Sean fucking murdered last night.
Yeah, you
God damn.
Yeah, most of you guys, I think all you guys were on the same show except for Brad.
Yeah.
The New York show.
Yeah, there was a height requirement.
But you killed so fucking hard. I went across town to another venue, and one of the producers of the festival was like, how was the show? And I go, everybody was great. And she goes, Sean Donnelly, right? And I go, he fucking murdered. So word traveled.
She said Sean Connolly, let's be honest.
She did. She said Jesse Joyce. I'm just changing it to make you feel good right now. No,
So,
seriously.
Sean, being Irish, he's the ghost of Christmas future. For me, really.
Just spilled vodka all over myself.
Oh, well, there's your lotion.
Oh my God.
God, you have the body of a deflated air mattress. Jesus Christ.
And there isn't an Old Navy for miles. Where are we
Joe
going?
looks like a creepy camp counselor, doesn't he?
I can see that.
Sean, I like to look at you and play Guess the Disease.
Let's face it, it's diabetes every time.
I would lead with GERD and follow it with gout.
I have to.
What the hell is
Do you
GERD?
really?
I'm drinking beer and I have GERD.
What is GERD? I've never heard of GERD.
It's acid reflux.
Okay.
Yeah.
GERD. Because it like sounds like something vegans don't eat. Like, I don't eat gluten or GERD.
Yeah.
Right.
Never heard a bigger laugh for GERD before. Jesus.
Yeah, Artie. I remember I was doing an Artie Lang show once, and he said about Mike. So the funniest thing about Mike Bouchette, he goes, "Mike is so out of shape he gets sailor diseases." He goes, "He had gout last
week." You have GERD.
I have GERD.
Now what does that entail?
I think I'm pretty close to having gout too. I gotta be honest.
A lot of guys. Kyle Kinane has gout.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Isn't that like an 18th century disease?
Nah, just from eating shitty, I think.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Sean eats shitty? I saw an Instagram of you drinking a chocolate milkshake on like a Tuesday at 8 p.m. I was like, this guy just doesn't give a fuck.
I'm eating
Before you did a set, it was from the Comedy Cellar. Dan Soder took the picture. I'm like, this guy just is fucking living, man.
And I'm making a face like Wimpy about to eat a hamburger.
Timely reference.
Very good. Shut up.
60s.
What's the weirdest disease you ever had?
Dwarfism.
Right. He beat us all.
Pretty obvious. The top of the list.
No, did you ever have a weird one? Did you ever get I had prostatitis. That was my weird one.
What's that?
Prostatitis.
Prostatitis. It's an inflammation of the prostate.
Sounds like the worst Greek name ever.
Yeah.
Gay guys get that.
They do. Seriously, they do. No, it's stimulation
They
of the
also sit
prostate.
No, seriously.
They also sit like that.
It's inflammation of the prostate. It's very manageable. It doesn't really bother you at all. But the one key symptom of it is you get discharge out of your dick.
Oh.
So the first time I had it, I went to go pee, and I had discharge coming out of my dick, and I was like, I have gonorrhea. Like, what did I do?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you also had gonorrhea at the same time.
I did. But that was only in my throat, so it was fun. But I thought I got her. I called my doctor at like 10 p.m. I was like, please, do I've got? And he's like, no, your dick is if it's not burning, you have prostatitis, and I did. But it's a weird disease. It just makes
you pulled you up with your doctor?
Yeah. This guy gave me his home number for emergencies. I don't know why.
Well, because he took one look at you and was like, he's going to need to call me.
Exactly. Yeah, he regretted it instantly because I worry about everything.
3 a.m. phone call with this guy.
Yeah, but that was. Did you ever have a?
No, but I was just trying to think of what probably has leaked out of Sean's dick. I imagine gravy, probably.
I would guess
right?
Shamrocks. That's the only thing that leaks out of my dick.
Shamrocks. Blue cheese.
Joe, how long did you have
sauce.
that? Huh? How long did you have that?
Oh, you just have it chronically. You have it throughout your life.
Really?
So your dick.
Yeah, but it's like
why is this guy? You keep nodding. You got that shit.
Yeah, that's all that happens though. Is when you take a dump. Jizz, I guess it's jizz.
I'm so glad
comes out a little bit.
What?
It's just a little bit.
Well, there's your lube, Joe.
Huh?
Yeah, there's your lube.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, jizz came out of your ass?
No.
Wait, you said take a dump.
When your prostate is
Only after he
stimulated.
fucked the guy.
Yeah.
So when you shit, there's pressure applied to your prostate, and it makes a little jizz come out of your dick.
Oh.
Dude, you
Tiny bit. You don't even notice it.
You might want to explain that better.
Yeah.
In layman's terms, please.
This guy has it too.
This was not the topic I was hoping to be on the show about.
You have it bad?
Yeah, I've had it like annually. It sucks.
Kurt Metzger gets it all the time, and he like worries.
Maybe Kurt doesn't want the world knowing he has what you have.
When he takes it
Let's go up to Kurt. Hey, prostate.
You get it.
By the way, this show just went to #1 in Germany.
This disease doesn't sound so bad. You shit and you jizz. I'm out into it.
It's nothing. That's why it's so weird. It's like this very odd.
How did you get it?
It's painful too sometimes.
Oh, it's painful.
I had pain with mine, and my doctor just basically said, "Oh, well, he didn't even do any kind of test or anything. He just told me, yeah, that's what you have."
How'd you get it?
He just eyeballed you?
Well, I am gay, but but I'm not a bottom like Joe.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Just when I thought this show was getting progressive, I'm like, there are open gay men in the audience. He throws me under the fucking bus.
Oh, he actually threw you under another man.
Christ almighty.
That would have been great if Joe was like, fuck you, I'm a top.
No, I am not ashamed to say I am not against ass play in any way. So I think that is probably how I got it, was the finger in the old gooch there. Yeah, probably.
Now, how do you bring that up to your partner?
I've never had a partner. I'm perpetually single, which is why I thought I had gonorrhea.
No, like you say, you enjoy the ass play, and you're a single guy. So like on one night stands, you
I'll
go
just
like,
say
hey,
things.
have a little finger in the ass.
They'll say things along the lines of "stick your finger in my asshole." You know, just things along those lines. Put those words in any order you want. They get the hint.
And do they go for it?
Joe brought a coffee cup up to a sweet girl in Nebraska and was like, fill this up with jerk-off juice. Like, do you think he has any scruples about what he says to strangers?
Are you putting fingers in your own ass?
No, I won't do. That's gross.
That's gross.
That's
only gross.
Shitting and jizzing is fine, but that's gross.
Hold on, the Thailand whore guy has to say something.
Oh, shit, he's back.
Oh, look, it's broke Pitbull, everybody.
I have no money.
Nothing.
When's your album drop?
Never.
It's Vin Weasel.
Nice one. Very nice.
You said you never dated anybody, but you have dated Nikki Glaser.
Oh!
Nikki and I sort of dated for a little while.
It was more of a raping.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, I gotta applaud you.
Nikki and
she's
I
super hot. She's super
dated
hot, so.
on and off for a little while, but it never got very serious.
So does that mean she has prostatitis too?
No. And I didn't get it from her, so stop.
No, it
It's
means
not
she has,
contagious.
It means she has alcoholism. That's what it means.
And for Joe, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I would like to settle down though. I would like to have a girlfriend. I'd like to, find.
Oh, I'm sure the women listening right now are just climbing over each other to get to you.
No, that's cool, man. You want a girl that pumps your jizz cup for you, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a lady here for you, Joe. And any takers?
Nah.
What about the?
Looks like a lot of couples.
That's a guy raising his hand.
Your top. All right. I mean, you know, you got to sacrifice something. So, all right, I'm into it. No, I would love to settle down. I don't know. So I live in L.A., dude. It's not easy to find a girl that's not batshit out there. It's very hard.
Are you on the Tinder or the other social?
I tried to get on that fucking stupid Rhea thing.
Oh, Rhea's good.
What's that?
I didn't get in.
What's Rhea?
They were like,
good.
They were like, hold on, you gotta wait. They were like, you gotta wait.
What is that one, Mark?
That's it's you got to pay for it. They're all free, but this one you got to pay for, and it's like models and celebrities. You have to be approved to be in it.
You have to be a celebrity, don't you?
Kinda. You could be a Joe, but you gotta be, you gotta be rich or kind of a name. Yeah, maybe been on TV a few times.
Yeah, I thought I had enough credits to get in.
Yeah, I think you do.
But like, are you on it?
I don't want to pay.
How much do you have to pay?
It's like $10 a week.
A week?
No,
really?
Maybe a month.
That.
Maybe a month. But it's a pretty penny.
That.
Yeah, you don't pay for anything.
No, that's why I'm here. I'm just here for the beer.
Do you guys know about the Threender?
The what?
Come
What's
again?
that?
Threesomes, right?
Yeah, Tinder for threesomes.
Well, in your case, that's a 2.5-der.
Oh gosh. This poor kid today.
I got said I had diabetes. Relax. He's still alive.
I would have a threesome with you just so I could do this one, and you can't reach me.
I oughta.
That's a great radio joke.
I'd have a threesome with you just so I can come second.
So how do you know about this app, Brad?
I actually met my current girlfriend on Threender.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that about?
It was we matched up and we went on a date to go like troll for a third. And
Troll.
And then we just kind of like looked at each other like, oh wow, we're kind of really getting along, bonding over finding pussy.
Is she a little person?
No. She's an average size,
Okay.
or as my people call them, reachers.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's what you guys call it?
Yeah, because you guys get stuff for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, shit.
Is she
You
a
say,
source?
what? You say like you want me to get the shit myself? You want me to play Spider Midget and climb onto stuff?
Did you guys find the third?
We have.
That night?
Not that night, but we have.
All right. How does that work out?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn amazing.
Does she have a thing for?
Yeah. How
little
many times is
people,
it
or-
a fetish thing?
Well,
these
no,
girls?
because like, it's not like she fucked me and then she took a stamp of an Oompa Loompa and got on the side of her bed like, got another one. No, she doesn't have a fetish or anything like that. She just, she had never, she had heard me on a radio show and liked it and thought I was an interesting guy.
Nah, thank God for women. They don't need looks. That's not a dig. I'm just saying we're so lucky.
Yeah.
Men are so visual, but women can see past it, thank God.
Yeah.
What would we do? I mean, look at Joe.
Oh, wait, Dr. Steve just texted me.
I saw that.
He just texted, technically,
It
it's
is gonorrhea.
prosthetic fluid, which is a little more watery than semen itself.
You can always count on Dr. Steve.
A little more watery, so your prostate is like crying.
I call Steve with the craziest fears.
Who doesn't?
I'll be
That's
like,
what's so creepy. Do you
I'll be
guys know
like-
Dr. Steve from the radio show? Yeah. Every comic has his number, his cell phone.
I called it.
You know the files he has on everyone?
Oh, it's insane. I texted him once. I go, I fingered a girl last night and I had a cut on my finger. Can I get AIDS like that? And he wasn't responding for like a couple hours, and I started really freaking out. Like he's got to break me the bad news now. Trying to figure out how to do it. And he finally wrote to me, and he's like, technically, the chances of you getting AIDS, or her having AIDS, are 1 in 10,000. You getting it that way are 1 in a million. So the last line was, you'd have to finger 10 million women with cuts on your hands to get AIDS that way. And I was like, thank you, but I gotta go. I've got 9 million women to finger right now. But it's like, I just crazy shit. I'll call him with. This girl gave me a blowjob, her tooth cut me. Can you get AIDS like that?
Her one tooth.
Yeah, her tooth. Singular.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
After she put him in.
Yeah, right.
She keeps it clean, though, that tooth.
Yeah, she better.
Oh, you are paranoid, Joe.
I'm terrified of
That
dying.
finger, that's with a cut on your finger. Really?
Yeah, I do that every time I hook up with a girl for the first time. I go in my bathroom and I inspect my fingers and I go, okay, left hand, index finger, left hand, because that's the one that with no abrasions or anything on it. Yeah.
And you wonder why you don't have a girlfriend. Who's gonna put up with that shit?
Do you walk out of the bathroom still saying it to yourself like,
Yeah.
left hand, left hand, left finger, this finger?
Yeah. Then I'll say to her, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember which finger to put in your disgusting pussy.
You should just write on it with magic marker, like insert these two.
It's kind of the other way around. Like living in New York, you're fingering chicks, and you're like, man, I rode the subway today. I walked a dog. I fingered my own asshole.
Shook hands with Joe DeRosa.
Yeah.
No, I try to keep that in mind too, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm terrified of all that shit.
Yeah, me too.
Cancer, I worry about cancer constantly.
Everyone worries about cancer.
I'm not worried about. I'm more worried about STDs.
Sean doesn't seem so bothered by it.
Everyone worries about cancer, but they don't worry about getting AIDS from a paper cut, Joe.
I just know that God has it out for me, and it's just going to go down in the shittiest way possible when it happens.
Well, he hates fags. It's a joke. I didn't write that line.
I want to ask Mark about Australia. I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Oh man, Australia was wild. They're a little better than us over there. You know, they have.
In what way?
There's no litter. They're all nice. There's no crime. You don't have to tip. There's no guns.
Well, you
crazy.
don't tip anyway, so that's not even a thing.
Right. But it's just a beautiful place. I think they have to keep it nice so people will show up. Because it's so far away. Nobody's going to Australia, you know, so they have it nice. But you get free health care. You can go to the doctor every day. No bill.
Literally everything is poisonous. Like there's.
Yeah, but that's on the outskirts. You know, that's where like the spiders and the black people are. You know, you gotta just stay. You gotta stay in the city.
How long is the flight? 16?
16 from LA. Yeah.
Brutal or what?
I had a blast. You pop a sleeping pill. You watch a couple movies. You eat. There's
Finger
free
your
booze.
asshole?
Yeah.
Free booze?
Free booze.
Holy shit, that's pretty great.
It's not bad.
How many hours did you sleep on the flight?
I got about 10 in.
10 in.
Yeah, I was
Man.
popping Ambien.
You were saying too that the black guys are like gods over there.
Oh man, they're exotic because it's either Aborigine or Hannibal Buress. Yeah, so
is that like an official shade of black guy?
Yeah, that's the chart. Yeah.
Can you go into like a Home Depot and like get those little paint swatches?
Right. Yeah.
I'd like a Hannibal Buress in my living room.
Need a Hannibal Buress, not quite a Chappelle.
Right. Yeah. More of an Eddie Griffin shade. Yeah. Yeah, but the black guys, they're so rare there that women are like, well, it's my bucket list moment here.
And you went to a sporting event?
I went to the football game, Australian footy, they call it. Amazing.
What is that?
It's like, kind of like rugby mixed with football mixed with ultimate frisbee. Like they kick each other the ball and then they stop, then you have to kick it again, then they run and catch it and kick it again. You can't run with it. And they tackle each other. It's great. I
Mark,
was there.
can you say anything without sounding like you're announcing the next game on The Price is Right? Jesus Christ.
That's how I talk.
It was great.
It was amazing. I didn't even know the rules. It's a dinette set. It's like
You can do it.
But yeah, 20 minutes. I didn't know how the rules were. Then 20 minutes in, I got a meat pie in one hand, I got a beer in the other. I'm on my feet going, get up, you blokes. It was great.
What was her name? The name of the meat pie?
Her.
What are meat pies, man? What's that like?
It's just like a pot pie, but that's their like shitty food, like
their
street
hot dog
food.
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the food like down there?
It's pretty Asian. The Asians are there. A lot of Asians there. So it's all Thai, Vietnamese, all the places he goes and trolls. But it's super Asian-y, and then like just American. It's all American over there. They're just biting all of our shit. All the movies are American. The music, it's crazy.
All right, that sounds cool.
Absolutely.
Good times.
What about the Vegemite sandwich?
I tasted Vegemite. Have you had it?
No.
Oh, it's unbelievably bad. I can't believe they eat that shit.
Oh, the ghost lady doesn't like the Vegemite sandwich.
Really?
No.
Is this your guy? All right.
Is he a ghost? He kind of looks like a ghost.
Is he sick?
She just said almost like soon.
Wow. You might want to call Dr. Steve.
What is Vegemite?
Are you sick of her ghost crap?
No.
Not really?
No, he's like, I just.
By the way, he's trying to get laid tonight, so he's not going to be like.
You hear how high his voice? No.
I just beat the shit out of her. That's not a big deal.
He's like, your pussy's haunted, my dick's a ghost hunter.
Yeah, no, we haven't done it in a long time, so like she said, more time.
Wait, you guys haven't had...
No.
We do more comedy now.
Oh, I thought you meant you haven't done sex in a long time.
Yeah, Jesus. I'm like, wow, this relationship's in trouble. She's calling him out for dying. He's like, I haven't fucked her in a while.
Yeah, his dick I call comedy.
Joe, is this like looking into the future?
Probably.
That guy's successful.
What's I know it's a spread, but what is it?
It's a spread. It's black as night, and it's just sour, and I guess it's veggies ground down in this paste, and it comes out of a tube. It's so gross.
Why do they like it so much?
They just grow up with it. It's like Spam,
Christ.
That's fucking disgusting.
Is it do the poor people eat it?
This big guy's raising his hand.
It's normal.
What do you want, bro?
Oh, it's yeast. Oh, it's horrific.
Joe's
So
out.
it's like the shit at the bottom of like when you go to a beer distillery, the stuff at the bottom, it's just basically pure yeast. That's all it is.
Uh-huh.
It smells like bad pussy.
How do you know that?
Yeah, it does.
How do you know that when all
Joe's back in.
Bad pussy.
Do you guys care about Prince? I got breaking news.
Oh,
Yes.
AIDS?
It's got to be
Not AIDS.
It was the flu, which means AIDS.
Not the flu.
Oh, it's not the flu.
I have a guess. Emphysema.
Percocets. OD.
Wearing too much purple.
How do you know that? You got the Twitter, I guess.
I hung out with him once. We got fucked up.
What is it?
Reported that he OD'd on Percocet a few weeks ago. Full toxicology results won't be in for weeks.
All right, so you know what? That makes me feel better.
Why?
Because he was 57. The fucking guy just keeled over. I was like, what the fuck, man? It makes me feel better if he did it to himself and that there's like a reason for it, you know?
That would have been great if you read that and it was prostatitis. Just freak Joe out even more.
Yeah, if there's a reason for the death, then I'm like, okay, then that's okay. But like those freak things where it's like, we don't know, he just fucking keeled over. Man.
Shandling. What the hell happened to Shandling?
I know. It scares the shit out of me. Yeah, but
So you're happy that he OD'd, I guess.
I'm relieved that he didn't die mysteriously.
Of natural causes.
Because to die mysteriously at 57 lets you know how truly there is no rhyme or reason to any of this. You know what I mean? Does that freak you out when you think
it freaks
about that?
me out. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm in very bad shape, but I know exactly what you mean.
No, you're...
Sean is at the top of my death pole.
Sean is like a constant after photo.
Before.
Sorry. Before.
You still got something.
Dude, he's like 9 for 10. He's doing good. Come on.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I just feel good that I'm a better guitarist than Prince right now. Too soon. Hey, we're all better guitarists then.
Yeah. But that shit where they were saying it was the flu, I was like, come the fuck on. Unless he's unless he's a Steve Jobs weirdo where he's like, I'm going to eat peaches to get rid of the flu. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I just didn't buy it, man.
Well, he is a Jehovah's Witness, right?
I think so.
I guess I feel relieved that he didn't die for the flu, because that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up.
That's old people do that.
And he had a lot more left in him. That guy wasn't done.
He was done.
No.
When was the last time
His last two albums were great. He was like back.
Name one song.
I can't.
Okay.
But no, his last two albums, I did listen to them, and they were very well received. Like he's got his groove back. Like he's not fucking around anymore with the fucking symbol.
He started using his name again.
Yeah, it was good. It was like funk Prince stuff. It was pretty good. You know what I mean? So like, I felt like he wasn't done. I felt like the comeback was, gonna happen. But what are you gonna do? I didn't think Michael Jackson was done either. I think there were plenty more kids.
Done music or molesting kids?
What?
Done with music or molesting kids?
Yeah, the kids. Yeah. Cheap joke.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we take a break so you guys could get, more drinks at the bar? We're at the Drixel Hotel. You guys having a good time? Yeah? Joe DeRosa, Jesse Joyce, Brad Williams, Mark Norman, and for the first time, Sean Connolly, man.
Donnelly!
We will be back. Stay there. Tomorrow's time is 1 to 3 Eastern. We're going to do 2 hours tomorrow with Mark Norman, Joe List, Jimmy Carr, Martha Kelly, Kurt Metzger, Dan Soder, and of course, Jim Norton makes his return. He's in San Antonio tonight.
Yeah.
So I think it's a sold-out show, but you might want to try to get a ticket or two.
Did you want to see Jimmy Carr's special?
Yes.
Fucking it's good.
Amazing.
Yeah. So good, and it's on Netflix. I love when he opens up the audience. He's like, "Somebody please heckle me," and then I'll come back, and he just destroys everyone that heckles.
So you want people to heckle you, or
no?
Is that what you're getting at here?
No, that's why I respect Jimmy Carr so much, because he's able to do that.
Yeah,
and
that guy's a machine. I did roast battle against him in Montreal.
What?
Yeah, we had to face off, and he fucking mopped the floor with. I mean, the guy's literally built to do it.
He's not human.
He takes. I would hit him with a joke. He would take the joke and on the spot make it a better joke, and then somehow back against. It was like, it was crazy. And then so I got disqualified, and then the guy going up against him after me was like, "You got any pointers?" And I go, "Dude, you're staring into the eyes of the devil." Like, I was like, he's the Terminator. He was built to do this. There's zero emotion up there. He's the nicest fucking dude in the world off stage. He's laughing. You're drinking.
Yeah.
He gets up there, man. He pulls out that fucking clipboard.
Oh, God.
And it's crazy.
Well, Joe, he doesn't have cum coming out of his penis when he shits. So there is that going for you. Me and Jesse Joyce were catching up in the bathroom. We broke the law. We were talking in between a guy.
Oh, wow.
And I learned that I didn't know you got married. First of all,
I did.
congratulations on
Remarried,
that.
Yeah, to a different lady, the better wife.
Do you want a cheap applause?
She's my best wife.
You want a cheap applause for that? For the
Yeah.
He upgraded.
And then you bought a house.
I do. I'm a homeowner now, and the
You're
house.
a homo now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck.
Now?
Yeah. It's fucking, it's kind of cool. Like, I'm still like wrapping my head around getting to like LA, but it's a weird thing coming from New York to LA that there's so much room, like I have a fucking guest house in the backyard.
We get it. You're successful.
No, that's not the point. The point is I'm a landlord now, and that's such a weird, because the first time, like, I went over this guy's, like, when I'm, like, inspecting, the inspector has you go around the property or whatever, and he has you go into the guest house to, like, check it out, and because it's mine also.
Yeah.
And the dude is, like, every time I go over there.
Wait, you got a Cato.
Yeah, I have a Cato Kalen. Every time I go over, the guy's like, hey, listen, I am so sorry that I didn't get a chance to do the dishes or whatever. And I was just like, why is this fucking grown man apologizing to me for not doing his dishes?
You're like, I'm a child. Why?
Yeah, and then it was like, oh my God, because I'm his fucking landlord. Like, it's such a weird to have someone treat you like a landlord, and especially for so many years of being in Astoria and having, like, just fucking landlord, like, just being terrified of them. Like, I'm now that guy. Like,
yeah.
Especially in those shorts, him treating you like a landlord.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, every first of the month I just throw on a wife beater. I just glue some hair to my back.
Yeah. You become Greek.
Yeah. I bang on the door with my elbow. Like, what is the red funnies?
You pay.
It's exciting. Yeah. I've never been a landlord before. It's neat.
All right.
Can I bring up some controversy that might get ugly?
Well, I gotta leave.
Why start?
I actually gotta. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I gotta.
right.
I do
gotta
have to
leave before he brings up the controversy. Yeah.
I'm a huge Jimmy Carr fan. We were talking about Carr. I'm a huge. He's one of the best.
Oh,
Shit. Great.
Here we go.
Great comic. One of the best. But I watched his special as a fan.
Yeah.
In the end, you saw the end. He does the whole sex thing, like the whole sex act, like
sex positions.
What do you call it?
the moves.
Rusty trombone,
Yeah.
the
acts.
rusty pirate, or whatever the hell you call it, dirty pirate. What is it? That's what Schumer got called out for.
But he doesn't get called out. That's
Why doesn't he get called out?
I don't know.
Something to that.
Yeah, because there's a double standard. That's why.
Is it because it's a girl?
Sure. I think they're probably just in very different circles. I don't think Amy should have gotten called out.
I don't think she should have either.
I didn't.
We got an answer. We got an answer.
Uh-oh. Is that Ghost Lady number 2?
No, that's Virgin number 1.
That's Filipino Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
We're working toward him with a microphone. He's got an answer to this. Yes, sir.
Well, Amy Schumer has built a whole empire upon the fact that she's a girl and she's funny. Jimmy Carr is just sort of at this point where he's releasing Netflix specials. He is a very, very funny gentleman, but not to the point where you can go down the street, ask someone random, oh, did you see Trainwreck with Amy Schumer? And they're like, oh yeah, she's hilarious, but then she gets called out for stealing all these jokes because.
So you think it's
maybe
because
maybe not
Amy's
she
more
did.
popular here?
Yeah.
That's a really
By
good
the
point.
way, let's also point out that the only people that called out Amy were 11 lonely dickheads on the internet that were fans of both Amy and Patrice and were like, oh, we can make something happen here. Fuck them.
Let me
you know
ask-
what I mean? That's why. No, like it's fabricated. It's not a real
Let me
thing.
ask you guys this though: how long have you been hearing those jokes? I mean, as a radio guy, I've been hearing them for at least 20
Forever.
years.
I'll tell you this.
And even Patrice, when he did that,
I didn't like when Patrice did them because
Nobody
they
did.
were beneath him. I thought.
I mean, I was, we all were close to Patrice. I was surprised that he went down that road. But he did make a few of them more, his own. He made original ones, different ones, but the point is these things have been told for, I know
that's why I say nobody's stealing it from anybody. And I appreciated the cultivation that Patrice put into it where he was like, I'm going to do literally 20 minutes on this. I kept he never listened to me, really ever.
He didn't know your name.
But no, I kept telling him, I was like, you should put an album out called, a special EP out called Gorilla Mask, and it's 18 minutes long, and it's just that. Because he would go on at a club and just do that, and I was like, that's like a piece. Like, you've collected all these things, but nobody's stealing it
I
from
saw
him.
him at comics do it, and it looked like he was just enjoying, know, the audience coming up with new ones.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and he was just entertained by what the people came up with. Well, this guy has a answer to the question too.
She did the exact same ones that Patrice did. Maybe that's why she got called out.
I thought she would. I mean, they're all the same.
Yeah,
you know?
they're not jokes. They're Urban Dictionary terms that you're just kind of talking about.
Well,
So,
she
yeah.
says stuff like something after it where she's like, "That was kind of rapey," or
Well, her thing is she has like a woman's spin on it.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
kind of made it more original, but still, you
But
shouldn't do
Patrice, if he was alive, he would absolutely say those weren't my jokes.
Right,
Because
right.
a lot of people were trying to defend Patrice through that whole thing.
that. Uh-huh.
But I heard a lot of people at the cellar would give him shit for doing that on stage.
Right.
Right?
And
That's what you're saying, right?
No, I definitely know that he got some shit for it. And like I said, I didn't hate that he did it, but I always thought, like, dude, if 15 minutes of your act, I want more of your act.
Yeah.
Because it's brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want, this is funny and fun and all, but like, I'd rather hear you explain to me why the queen is the king's bitch or whatever, you know. All that stuff made me, it made me laugh, and I was like, I don't know if should be laughing at this.
So Jimmy's going to be here tomorrow. Do you want to take that opportunity to confront him on this?
Sure, I'll bring it up. Yeah. I'll bring it up with Prince. I don't give a shit. Never been a fan.
Joe, you got to go.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All
I got
right.
to run, guys.
Let's hear it for Joe DeRosa.
Thanks,
everybody. First time on the show in, God, at least a year and a half.
For real, it was so good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you,
so
Joe.
good seeing you. Thank you for having me, man. It's good to see you.
Better call Saul.
Joe's break is over at Pac Sun.